Hello guys, we are going live. Welcome back. Let's have a party, shall we? I'm currently unable to see the YouTube chat, but I will get that working in just a moment. But we are back with Hemel Hempstead and about to play Hereford, which is nice. I'm currently listening to Ank having a bad run of form with Hereford, so that's fun. Hey Leo, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Bit of a stiff neck as well to start the stream. That's good. That's good times. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Right. Oh, may have too many things going on to be able to focus. I need to get myself focused. Right. We've got to play Hereford today. It's going to be a good time. We are here for the Twitch derby, and it should be a good one. It should be a good one. Oh. Okay. I've not been paying close enough attention, to be honest, to figure out if Slott's going to be sacked or not. Is he lost again tonight? I assume he has. I assume he's just lost tonight. I mean, 4-1. Yeah, I mean, it's probably safe to say he's not going to make it to the end of the season at this rate, because he's not doing well. They lost to Forest the other day as well, didn't they? 3-0. So probably going to be a rough time for him, if we're completely honest. So I guess we'll see when we get there. We'll see what happens when we get there. Right, let's. I'm gonna try and focus up. We've yeah, I was gonna come on earlier, and then I started watching Ank, and then we got a bit distracted. She's currently crashing out because she's got a youth team full of players with African names who are all white. It's interesting. But meanwhile, we are about to play Hereford. In fact, let me say goodbye to Ank, and then I can get myself properly set up, and we'll be all good to go. We'll be all good to properly go. Right. It should be a good time. Should be a good time. We're going to get results today. That's the plan. That is the plan. We're going to beat Hereford. We're going to get ourselves to the end of the year minimum, and then yeah, kind of work our way through, I guess. Work our way through. Right. Zomboid was good, Liam. It was good. It was a good time. We died. Our second character is dead, so we will start the next Zomboid stream with our third character, completely fresh slate, completely in occupation, and should be a good time. Right, let's have a look. Team wise, did I rearrange this team? I think we decided that capping was a bit crap, so I was going to try Honour in there, but we'll put Flaherty in there, and then we'll stick Pierrick on the bench, And I'm going to give Lucy Lawless the nod on the left-hand side for this one. And let's... that'll be fine. That'll be fine. That'll be a fine team. It'll be a fine team for the game. That's what we're hoping. A fine team for the game. We'll be good. We'll be good. Right. I am super half focused. Right. So tired. It's been such a long day. We've been on a good run lately. Go and impress me. And we're going to go and play Hereford at Edgar Street, and we're going to do bits to them. That's the plan. Do bits to them. Right, underway and ready to go. That's what we're saying. Underway and ready to go. And hopefully ready to go for a good result is the plan. Ready to go for a good result if we can just defend, which, to be fair, Waldron doing a defending, good times. That's what we like to see. Right, let's have a look. Right, Richards with a corner. Let's defend this. Let's do a defend on this. That's going to be the plan. We've done a defending. Good, good. Defending done. Defending has been achieved. That's what we were looking for. Defending achieved. Have Hereford still got Paul Caddis? I don't know. I don't know if I can look from this screen. Can I look from this screen? No, they've got Matt Taylor in charge now. Just working their way through ex-Swindon players. I assume that's our Matt Taylor and not the other one. Boldly assuming that's the situation there. Either way, we're keeping it a 0-0. Well, okay, right. Result is what we need. Our wingers are not playing well again. I was going to go to a diamond, wasn't I? And I've completely forgotten to do it. I've completely forgotten that I was going to go to a diamond. Because 'twas working. So, right, try to see if I can bring up the YouTube chat now. Just so I can see both. Because that would be helpful. I don't know how this game is still 0-0. But right, let's casually give Ank a little mute in the background because she's well into her youth intake and we're well into this. That's our focus. So still 0-0 at half time. Good times. I'll get the order. Oh, there we go. Get the chat up where I can see it there. Hi YouTube. Kevin, make sure to follow you on Twitch at Curtis Furness. Will be playing FM26 in 5. Okay. Not really something I can do whilst I'm also streaming, Kevin, but welcome, I suppose. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are currently playing against a slightly better team, I would say, in Hereford. Although we are holding them to 0-0, which is good, and Shooter's got the ball, which is good times. Oh. That was confusing. That was confusing for my brain. Sorry, I've just confused my own brain. But, you know, such is life. Right, anyway, we're underway. And no goals so far is what we're saying. No goals so far. But we'll see what is occurring as we go. Because I feel like goals have got to be coming. feel like they've got to be coming. Goals are going to be coming. Bray's got a ball into the box. It's gone over. Why is that going so slowly? Why is it at match speed 1? That's not the kind of thing I would normally do. Let's go to 1.25 just so we get things done a little bit faster. Thank you, Lee. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I've just recorded Fridays as well, and then I realised that my license for my editing program has expired, so I'm going to have to figure that out. I decided it might be time to maybe have a look at Premiere Pro and learn something new. Why not? Right, this isn't working. This tactic is not working. So we're going to send in a Coley and Domi. Do I want Domi in there? I probably don't. I probably do. I've probably got no choice. Right, let's go to... Did we have a diamond set up? If not, we'll have a diamond set up in a second. I was playing a vertical tiki-taka diamond, wasn't I? That was what we were doing. Let's see if we can get that preset to work better if we go from here. No, apparently not. Apparently I have to rearrange the entire thing again. Good. Let's get everyone in the positions I want them in, and then we'll figure that out from there. So, swap those guys around, Mullins in there. Finley can be the hold. That should be good. And then we'll swap Stutter and good. Shooter and Waldron are in the right place there, so they must be in the wrong place there. I hate that it does this. It really drives me mad, because it would be nice just to have my players where I'm telling them to be on the pitch. Right, that should hopefully, let's just back and forth. Akoli and Frimpong are swapping over there. Domi is going to attacking mids. Those two are swapping over there, which isn't helpful. Good, right, that's where we need it to be. So let's do that. Let's go attacking. Let's go attacking. We're good to go. We're still trying to figure out which roles is Mazzala with FM26. Okay, so yes, I do. Bear with. So your Mazzala now, you have to kind of split the role up. So your Mazzala now, when you're out of possession, is your deep lying midfielder playing as a box-to-box, which it won't let me do for some reason there. So yeah, your deep lying midfielder playing as a box-to-box, and then you have, or as a central midfielder, it will be your channel midfielder now is your Mazzala. So you can either have them as a channel midfielder or as a box-to-box in defensive. Midfield playmaker can do it as well. It's a bit of a random one. I'm of the opinion it's probably a channel midfielder. Like your wide central midfielder is now your whatever it was called. Whichever one went wide. My brain can't remember. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much what's occurring. So there we go. We've learnt a thing, and let's see if we can get. Why have I done that? Started the game in the background whilst not looking. I still feel like I've not scratched the surface of my experimentation with the new tactical system, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes, and you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. Also, apparently our friend Kevin/Curtis, who was deciding to go live on Twitch, hasn't actually bothered going live on Twitch, so that's fun. Make of that what you will. Advertising a thing that's not happening. If I was to buy the two wingers I had on loan, I'd need to spend 400 million. Jesus. I think I've come to the conclusion that I still don't like how slow that's going. That wingers don't work. I'm still at that kind of stage where they're just not working for me. Maybe it's just that the wingers I've got are bad, but they're not working for me. And I don't like that very much. I'd like them to be doing better. Right, I need to have another midfielder on the bench. Watara's going to have to go into midfield for Frimpong. If we move Finley up, that's probably the better way round. We'll take Mullins off for Bateson. And then we'll take Briscoe out for Burnham. We'll stick Shyla Burnham in there. That feels like a good plan. Benny, how are you? Yeah, I was guessing that Kevin is probably Katie / Charlie / Billy No Mates. We'll see how it goes. You're ill, Benny. I'm sorry to hear that. I am okay. I was sort of loosely carrying a bit of a lurgy, I think, for a couple of days, but I think I've managed to get it back on track. This has been a terrible performance, by the way. We have not managed to win the Twitch Derby. So that means Kit doesn't have to go and tell on me to Ank. We've drawn the Twitch Derby. There you go. Well, we've got someone having a wild stroke in the YouTube chat. That's you know, another person with too much time on their hands. Another person with too much time on their hands in the YouTube chat. Let's deal with that, shall we? Let's deal with that, because that's unnecessary, and then we can carry on, because I don't really need more distractions right now. I feel like my ADD is playing up in like the worst way. In the worst way, right? Let's get ourselves back on form. That's our plan. Get ourselves back on form. We're going to start getting ourselves back on form by getting rid of the cautious there. Was that the one that was working? It was. We'll get rid of the Chelsea smasher. In fact, no, we've got no need for the cautious. So let's do it this way. Let's go with this one. We'll start off with our vertical tiki-taka and go from there, and hopefully get a team in positions that work. Okay, we'll go with that for now. I'll figure out subs in a bit, because I don't. In fact, I'll figure out subs now, because we all know what I'm like. I will completely forget to do anything about my subs, and I'll end up wondering why I haven't got a player I need on the bench. Have we used Beckford before? I don't feel like we have. We should be using Beckford. He looks like a good player, and I think we'll swap Reynolds out for a bench Frimpong for now, and see how that plays out, because I do feel like wingers aren't working for us, and I think we should try something different, is basically my thinking. So that's what we're going to do. That's the plan. We'll make the switch. We'll make it happen. We'll get a result. We've got to play Telford next, and Telford could be a problem. We are well down the table today. Well down the table. It's been unexperienced. I have also been having a little fiddle with just some more lovely Twitch things, so we've got a few more emotes. Can you rename any player or just a player on your team? I mean, the idea behind it was that you could name a youth team player, was kind of the thing. When we get our youth candidates through, you could use it to snag the best one, was sort of the thinking behind that. Because why not? Why not snag the best one? Actually, before I put that emote there, I didn't actually check to see that reward there. I didn't check to see if you can actually still rename players. We will have a look when we get back to home screen. I'm assuming you still can rename players. It'd be odd if you couldn't. But then they've taken out a whole bunch of other quality of life features. So who knows? Who knows? I say quality of life, quality of stream features, I think we'd say. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Ralph here. Can we rename you? Can we set a nickname? We can. Good. We can still set nicknames. Good. Indeed, I've dropped all emotes for us. We've got naturally we've got a town badge. We've got our lovely assistant manager. We've got a spiffo. We've got the channel logo. And yeah, all sorts of craziness happening out there. I can't even remember what the other one was. Oh, it's the goal one. We've got a goal emote that does animations when we score. So you've got something to smash in chat when we get a goal. Although, judging by that first game of this this stream, whether we'll score a goal today so you can smash it is an entirely different matter. But yeah, I did put a few extra bits and bobs down there, just having a little play to see what we've got. And I was trying to figure out how the power-ups work, but I haven't got to power-ups yet in my exploration of Twitch. So, such is life, right? Such is life. I'll get there, I'll learn it, I'll make it happen. White rejects cell shields, that's a shame. Yeah, we had a bit of a mare in the episode of Supermarine I recorded today, Liam. It was I may have lost 5 players. Only 4 were important, but I may have lost 5 players just sort of overnight and not had time to replace them. So bit of a bare bones squad in the next episode. But I've been working on it, trying to get more players in as we move forwards. And hopefully we'll get some quality. I say we'll get some quality replacements. Hopefully we'll just get some replacements, just some warm bodies to replace them. Is what I've been going for, and I'd like us to beat Telford today. See what we can do, because we're sat 8th in the table. We are a point behind the playoffs. But if we can get a win against Telford, who are just behind us, we can give ourselves a little bit of breathing room over someone else and maybe push up as high as 4th in the table, maybe? Maybe? Yeah, it's not... It wasn't the best, especially because I'd sort of holidayed a little bit between games, and then I came back to find out I only had 1 fit striker in my squad. It wasn't what I was looking for. Apparently, Briscoe and Stutter have formed a good partnership. It's not been reflected in their goal scoring of late. I don't know why I would pick Dowrich over Mullins. That feels like it'd be a weird choice to make. Don't know who this Golding fellow who's gone in at left back is. Where have you come from? Are you a youth teamer? Who are you? Who is Aidan Golding? Where have you come from? I have never seen this player before. Nitro Struggle looks great, just appeared. Good price, good stats. It's 5'9" too short. It depends what kind of striker he is. Like, if he's a target man, I probably wouldn't want him. If he is a quick forward, I'd be okay with 5'9". Where has this left back come from? He's not showing in my squad list at all. And he's just appeared. I don't have anyone in my squad called Golding. Let's find an actual left back to put in there, and I'll try and figure out where Golding came from, because I've never come across him before. Let's do the really annoying reshuffle I have to do. I'm going to put O'Sullivan at left back, I think, for this one. Domi and Cahill in midfield should be fine. Akoli as the playmaker should be fine. Flaherty is a bit of a crapshoot, because he's either brilliant or terrible. I don't know who this Sane is, and he's not showing up on my team list, so that's not good. Let's work out what I need to find a right back to replace him, so I guess we'll put Waldron in for Sane. And that should hopefully give us a full squad for this game. It'd be a pain if I have to take off Flaherty. I should probably find someone to go in there. I feel like Beckford deserves a chance, so he looks good. Let's take off Harry Thomas just because he's not fit, and we'll stick Wilkinson in there as our next striker. His best role is DLF, but his stats wise, he'd make it good. I mean, try him. Try him as a channel forward. You never know what you'll get. It could be something good. Right, I think that's the team. In fact, it's not quite the team because we're not having Braverman in goal. Halliday is definitely a better goalkeeper. I have been tempted to try out Hill, but Halliday is a better goalkeeper than both of them. Glad it did that. That's not confused me at all. Hopefully it's not rearranged anything. Looks good. Right, let's get them out there. Let's see what they can do. Time for a redemption arc. Time for us to get some goals. That's what we're going to be aiming for. And we're going to get a win today. That's a switch to wide forward is a bold one. That's a bold one, Kit. I mean, without seeing the player, obviously, I can't really tell you too much, but going to wide forward is bold, as is going to this diamond. To be honest, this diamond can either work brilliantly or not at all. It's going to be 50-50, but I've got to try and find a way to get Stutter and Briscoe playing together. So that's going to be the key. And then a win today can push us up into the playoffs. And once we get in the playoffs, the sky is the limit for us. The sky here looks very grey and it's raining, which is nice. And we're underway, and Ronnie Stutter's taking kickoff. That's how you know things have got serious. I don't think he's scored for us yet, Ronnie Stutter. I've bigged him up as like, this is a guy who's going to score us a bunch of goals. But realistically, I haven't seen one from him yet. I need to see one from him. So that's a thing. That is a thing, right? I don't know why has that gone down? I've always got that at 40. For some reason, it's really messed up my highlights settings. I don't know why. Anyway, Cahill's got the ball. He's found Stutter, and Stutter's fallen over, and it's not been given as a foul. So now we've got a... In fact, I can unplug myself now because I've muted Ank, so I don't need to have those in my ears. That will help me think about what I'm doing, because I'm not a huge fan of just having headphones in for no reason. It's a weird style choice as Lewis gets in and Lewis scores, and frankly, our keeper's had a shocker there. And this brave new era of the diamond may not be paying off. I mean, it's a good through ball. Keeper's come for it. And frankly, he's had no help. Someone should have gone to the line. If the keeper was coming out, someone should have gone to the line there. It's a team mistake, I will say. And we'll see if we can get back into this game. Ronnie Stutter once again having a nightmare. Flaherty is contributing nothing. Does feel like the game is running a little bit slow, and I don't know why, but I'm sure there's a good reason for it. I'm sure there's a great reason for it, but for now, it could just be because I've been watching Ank and she plays the game on like 5 billion times speed, and maybe my brain just needs a moment to adjust. As Coyne puts a big ball forward and Perry on the ball. Let's win the ball back, please. Please win the ball back. Can we do some pressing? In fact, are we doing any pressing? I feel like we should be doing some pressing. Where's the pressing button? Out of possession is probably the best place to look for a pressing one. Let's trigger press all the time. High defensive line. That'll do. And then I want to play for set pieces, and we will get rid of shots from distance. And that will hopefully get us a bit closer to Nirvana. Hopefully you can use your remote soon. Yeah, hopefully, because they keep scoring against us. Jeff Hendrick. That can't be the Jeff Hendrick that used to play for Blackburn, because he'd be ancient now. I am curious, but it can't possibly be the Jeff Hendrick that used to play for Blackburn, because he must be 38, 40 by now. Hopefully... It bloody is, isn't it? That bloody is. Oh no, it's the one that played for Derby when they were terrible. Oh, he's had a career though, hasn't he? He's had a career, to be fair to the lad. He's had a career. It's probably not that shameful that he scored against us. it is pretty shameful that we're achieving nothing. Let's go a bit more attacking and see if we can get back in the game. Flaherty's decided to put on a goalkeeper shirt for some reason. It's not entirely clear why he'd make that choice, but he's decided he's a goalkeeper now. FM26 things. Stutter's been really, really bad for it. I don't know why I can't get goals out of Ronnie Stutter. I never struggled before to get goals out of him, and he's going to feel like a waste of money because I'm paying him 40 grand a year. He's through on goal. He rounds the... Ronnie Stutter scores. I was speaking too soon. He heard me talking about him, and big Ronnie Stutter has got his first goal for the club, and Liam can use his emotes, and Ronnie Stutter has scored. He is back. And the emotes, they do be flashing in the chat because we now have a goal emote. That is what we're doing with our lives. It gives us a thing to play for. Hey Simon, welcome. Welcome to chat. We've rejigged the system and it's not been going well for us. But we have just scored on the stroke of half time. Ronnie Stutter has arrived. And hopefully Ronnie Stutter will now not be able to stop scoring. I'm hoping he'll go on a streaky kind of scoring run now. That would be nice because I've hyped this guy up as being a big lad for us. And as yet, we've not really seen it. And the trouble with doing this whole save on stream is I really need to deep dive his stats. But it's not great entertainment when I'm sat there deep diving the stats of my team, trying to work out exactly why we're broken. But I may have to make a trip to what remains of the data hub soon and try and figure out what it is that's costing us, because they're all over us at this stage and I can't really work out why we're finding it so difficult to create things. Like the strikers are there to score the goals, which tells me it's a midfield problem, but the fact that we're conceding a lot tells me it's a defensive problem. Like the two strikers we've got should be absolutely battering every team we play against if they can get the service. And I don't want to go to Route 1, but I feel like there's a team there's got to be a team I'm not picking here that can start to take people apart. And I just haven't worked out who it is yet. As a Coley goes for a ball over to Flaherty, which is probably a mistake because we know he doesn't show up for work. Amati's now running at us. Ouattara's going to try and track back. I would really rather have Ouattara going forward, I think, but needs must as we get the ball headed away. Flaherty heads it on to Briscoe. Domi back to Flaherty to Briscoe again. Domi tries to find Cahill, who doesn't think he should move to pick up the ball. Apparently the concept of maybe come a couple of yards closer and win it is a rough one for him. Right, Flaherty, you're coming out. We're putting Wilkinson in. It's his redemption arc because he's on the transfer list. Give him a chance to prove his worth. We will send in Shooter as centre half. We'll send in Finley at left back. Domi can be replaced by Beckford, so I can have a little look at him. Halliday's having a shocker. We've got one sub left over, and frankly, that's we're going to always press Callum Deacon. Apparently, Perry gets a crossover. Halliday finally learns what his hands are for. Let's get goal number 2 of the game, and then we can go chasing a win. Right, Cahill again having an absolute. I'm going to get rid of Cahill. I am, because that's 2 unforgivably stupid mistakes he's just made in the space of 2 highlights, and it's cost us goals. Unforgivably stupid mistakes being made by Cahill there. Just, I feel like when we get to January, I'm going to have a little look at this squad. I know there's no transfer window, I could do it now, but I'm going to have a look at this squad, and I think Cahill and Flaherty might be finding themselves shipped out to anywhere else and replaced, because I'm not enjoying their contribution to us, to be honest. I'm not thinking they are offering me anything that I need right now, and it could be a case of me having to make some wholesale changes to this squad just because I don't feel like we are scoring any goals. or scoring enough goals. We should be scoring loads of goals. A stutter sets up Briscoe, who hammers it straight at Coyne. They've made a sub, but they're wearing the same number just to confuse everyone. It's just, it's not the one. It's not the one. Halliday has really let himself down here. Right, we're doing a tactics. We're doing a tactics, and we're doing a deep dive into our stats and our squad, and we're going to try and figure out why this is not giving us the performances we need, because something is rotten in the state of Denmark. And in fact, what I might do is we'll check the data hub now, which is obviously not in a logical place. There we go. Right, let's try and work out where we're going wrong. Right, attacking wise, we know we're performing below average. We know we are. So the line, I believe, is the average. It's really unclear from this graph. But basically, we are. I think the red is the average, and we are. Our pass completion's been terrible. Our cross completion's been appalling. Our non-penalty expected goals per 90 is just 1 goal. That's not ideal. And defending as well. Like, we're making more fouls and allowing more passes than anyone else. And really, we're underperforming according to that too. Apparently our midfielders are creating better than average, which is good. So that's strong. I've got 3 different iterations of exactly the same graph that don't really help me out, which is lovely. You're into boxing. Who's going, Jake Paul or Anthony Joshua? It's probably scripted like always though. So I used to really love boxing. I really enjoyed watching boxing grow up. And modern boxing feels like professional wrestling, but it's not as entertaining. Like, I feel like every fight feels like it's predictable and scripted now. Look at that. Crosses attempted per game. An inaccurate cross. We are absolutely rubbish at crossing. That's not helping us out. Passing wise, we are well down here as well. Passes attempted per game is well down. That's not what we're looking for. Shooting, where are we here? Passive shooting, clinical shooting. I'm not sure what passive shooting is supposed to mean. So we're getting shots away. We're not making the passes happen. That means nothing to me, other than a lot of these players are bad, is what I'm seeing there. Right, let's. The data hub has not helped us. I don't know if it's confusing, broken, or both. I think it's not many shots, but good XG per shot. Maybe. I mean, those graphs, they're not clear, and they don't have proper axis labels, which doesn't help. Is company's name meant to be Ronnie Falali for you? Possibly. It might. Have you deleted your fake ink files and stuff, Kit? Because if you haven't, it's possible that is a thing that's playing up. I can't really help you out because I am pretty sure. Like I'm reasonably sure I've got all the right files in the game. Let me just have a quick check just to make sure. Just to make sure, so I can help you out a little bit. Let's see who's got fake names in FM26. Okay. Yeah, so I've just looked it up, Kit. There is... So apparently if you delete the fake EDT per the yearly real name fix, it's supposed to revert names back to their real names, but it doesn't do it for Vincent Company. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop a link in chat for you to get the fix for that, so you get Vincent Company. There we go. That should fix it, so I'm told. I've got a different thing fixing real names, which is why it's not been affecting this save. But yeah, that should fix it for you in theory. So hopefully that will help out there. Good times, easy fix. Right, let's have a look at this squad and let's properly assess who's not performing and why. Right, Stan Flaherty at this point. He's got no vision, no crossing. He wants to be a winger. No passing. I think we're going to say goodbye to Stan Flaherty already after 19 games. It just feels like he's not contributed anything to me. Shea Cahill should be great, but isn't. What's letting him down? There's no reason he should be letting me down. Like, he's got the determination, he's got the vision, he's got just about the passing. I can't work out why he's letting me down. So that's a question mark. I mean, Mullins isn't really doing much creatively for us, but he's not supposed to be. I think we need to figure out... Let's clear the lineup. Clear the lineup, tear it all up, start from scratch. That's the best way to do this. That's going to be the best way to figure this out. So, we will keep on with Halliday in goal. I know he just had an absolute howler, but he's probably our best goalkeeper. So that's first step. Then we'll have a look at our defence and work out who is doing what for us. We will stick Hunter in defence. That's probably wise. And who alongside him? I mean, in theory, Harry Thomas should be the guy. So we'll try that. We'll put Jack Walton at right back. And then we need a left back who can create things. Jack Bateson will definitely be on the bench. It thinks Domi should be our best guy there. But I am curious by this Golding fellow who seems to have appeared, who's 18. We're going to give him a run out just because our defence can't really get any worse. So we may as well give that a go. Really itchy leg for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why I've got a really itchy leg. We'll put Shooter on the bench as well. And then we will have Ouattara there. Realistically, Ouattara might be a better right back than Waldron, so we'll put him there instead. And then let's have a look at our holding midfield. Basically, my thinking is I'm going to try and get as much vision into our midfield, into our defensive midfield as I can, is my plan. So we might actually see a comeback here for Charlie Rowan as a holding mid. That might be a role he can do. And then we'll put a Coley on the bench as his backup. I know he's not much of a creative, but at this level, you just kind of take what you're given. Then I'll try our midfield and see what we've got here. I think Beckford is going in the squad as the left-sided midfielder. That's ridiculous. He's got 13 for vision. He should have been playing the whole time, quite frankly. That's on me. Let's put Cahill alongside him on the right. In fact, let's swap them over because the better vision should be the playmaker. Although Cahill's probably right-footed, he is. So, okay, swap them back. Swap them back. And then to back those guys up, who's this fella? Tommy Everett. He's got no determination. It's going to be a real lack of creativity as a problem here, isn't it? That's going to be a problem. Let's give Wilkinson another shot on the bench. We will also put in someone else. Pavey probably is. No, actually, Pavey is not a great choice. Someone versatile. Let's. Where do you play? Let's try this fella out. Why not? He can't be as bad as he looks. And then attacking midfielders. Who's going to bring something to my attacking midfield that I've not seen before? Apparently is Enrique. Basically my thinking here is that if I can get as many creative players on the bench and on the pitch as possible, we'll hopefully start seeing some of those numbers go up. I know Elijah Briscoe isn't a creative player, but we're going to put him up top with Stutter because apparently they formed some partnership. And then we'll put Shia Lawatsi there. And then all these other attacking players who frankly just don't have any creative ideas at all. I think we're just going to list them. Except obviously this guy because we can't. And this guy because we can't. Let's list all these guys. Why can't I list all of them? Because I've got Norville in there as well. Let's list them all. No, oh, Jesus wept. You guys should all be. What? Who am I missing? Who? Oh, it's because. Okay, that's gone well. I can't list any of them because they're all youth players. Good. Right. I think we've decided that this fella here, Capin, is probably on his last legs. Oh, look, a stream boo. Fun. Probably on his last legs. I haven't given Norville a fair shout yet, so maybe we'll let him survive another day. Let's go to our under 18s from there for a second. Oh, look. That's fun on the YouTube chat. Good times. Let's make sure that doesn't happen again. That's gone well. Right. That's just ugh. Okay. Right. Who am I getting rid of here is the next question. In fact, all those guys we couldn't get rid of, let's just drop them down to the 18s. Why are you in the first team? I got rid of the 18s. Good. Right. You're good. Right. This guy here, Westendorf. I think I've decided he's probably not going to be of any use to us. He's had a couple of games. I think I've decided he's of no real benefit to us. So we'll release him on a free. Let him go. That should free up a little bit of budget somewhere. £550 per appearance. That will free up some budget for sure. Good. He can go. Lucy Lawless is currently on the transfer list because he was moaning. Jared Myers. I think he can probably go. Anyone else? Pierrick should be able to come good, but I'll keep him there. I'm not paying him. I'm not gonna be playing him whilst we're playing with a diamond anyway. Pavey should be able to come good in this system eventually, so that will help. And then that should help us out a little bit. We'll do a bit of shopping before we go into the next game against Bedford, who are just above us in the table, or who were just above us in the table before we started bottling it. So that's released Westendorf and Myers. Let's have a look to see what that frees up budget-wise. Nothing really. Let's get rid of that expectation there. Attributes-wise, I'm going to add in something as well. Let's add in vision, work rate. I want all of that to be at least a 12. I guess it normally is a no transfer window into really exactly. I'm going to take full advantage of that here. I think it needs to be done. Can we get lucky if we chuck a passing on there as well? Maybe. Let's do that. Let's take these 4 guys on trial. I know what's happened to the general info screen. It's not telling me enough about the players. Yeah, so that will help. I assume he's a B- player. What have his performances been like this year? He's got an XG of 2.1 as a holding midfielder. He's got to be worth a punt. He would be worth a punt if I had any money. I don't have any money. That's good. That's helped. Tim Apsion used to play for Cardiff, I believe. Bristol City. Excellent. Well, we won't hold that against him because we can't afford to. How does he look? We don't know enough about him. He's a striker, but he's got work rate and pace somewhat. Let's see if they'll let me trial him. Because he could be good if he's as good as he looks like he's got hiding under the hood. Jeff DeTanga. Maybe not. I'd love to get Amari Sterling James on loan. I know he's 33. But he used to play for Oxford City and he was really, really good for Oxford City. Let's have a look. No, of course not. Of course not. It'd be too simple to let me loan that guy, wouldn't it? Too simple. And what do? You're an attacking midfielder. Probably not got what I'm looking for. Have I got any transfer room in set up? I do. I was looking for a right wing back. It's a bit redundant now, but that's fine. Either way, we'll have a look at these guys just to see what they can offer us. In case we free up a bit more budget, I think I'm going to take a risk and loan Tim Apshun. Would you let me maybe... Okay. So, let's... Have they fixed the bug that I was about to take advantage of? They have as well. They have as well. They fixed the bug I was going to take advantage of. So I discovered that if you couldn't afford to loan a player and negotiating with them didn't work, like with the club didn't work, you could just put the offer in anyway and the game wouldn't flag it. You've asked the stupid question. You're going to get the you're an idiot answer. Right, let's have a look at these players in context. Let's have a look at what we've got in context with the players we've just brought in. So, trialist wise, I don't know if he'd be an improvement even over Franklin Domi. Harrison Sovna might be. I feel like Danny Anishko is going to be a player we need. But we are going to need him to probably come down in wage demands. What are you asking? 18 grand a year. 17. Alright, we'll have a look. We'll have a look once we free up some more budget. Once we get rid of Stan Flaherty, we'll be able to put in a bid for him. We are still in the FA Trophy as well, which is nice. So we might have some method of getting a few extra bodies through the door, or getting some extra money through the door, getting a trophy, which would be lovely, and going from there, basically. So Bedford is now our next opponent, though. Hopefully they will be good. Hopefully. We'll see. Right. Come on, give me an offer for one of the players I'm trying to get rid of. That's all I really ask, is an offer for a player I'm trying to get rid of. And I could see if anyone wants him, but I get you want me to follow off my interest in Danny Anishko, but we're not really there yet because I don't have any money lying around. Recruitment. Transfers out. No one really on that list I'm willing to get rid of, but thank you for asking. Left backs. Darian Dowridge, I think, is on a transfer list. Do you know what? If you want Darian Dowridge, you can have him. And to be fair, I probably won't even charge you. I just want him off the books because he's making 20k a year. So we'll do that. You can't have Briscoe or Stutter. I can safely say you can get off. Shay Cahill I could be persuaded to give to Kurz and Ashton. If they'd give me 85 for him, which they probably won't, I would take him. I would take that. Let's have a little chat, shall we? Let's have a chat. See if they'll give us 85 for him. Woking want Fabian Reynolds. He's not really going to play, so if I can get 20 for him, that'd be nice. But I don't want to sell Joel Halliday because he's our best goalkeeper. Jack Waldron's in our squads. Those guys are here. Shia LaBeouf is wanted by, or could go to Billericay. Billericay tend to have money. Let's just have a cheeky little, if you can afford him, you can have him kind of chat with them. Just because that'll bring in a bit of extra cash, free something up for us. We don't have any players for Dartford. We probably don't have any players for Woking. These guys want loans. Just thinking though, do I have anyone I want to loan these guys? Probably not. Like, the fact you've got the cheek to even try and suggest I would loan you Ronnie Stutter is mind-boggling. Because I wouldn't. Okay, good. We tried. Still trying to find new wingers, but Scott McTominay is transfer listed. Get him. Get Big Scotty. I would like to bring in Danny Anishko. Heads up about Rowan. What does Rowan want? Should be getting more time in the first team. Well, you know what, Charlie? It's funny that, because I've just put you into my first team for this next game. So really, you are going to be playing, and you've come begging for more game time when you should be playing already. So that's gone well. That's gone very well. Okay, right. So, review my team selection. That's the team I feel like we're going to go with for this game. Hopefully Enrique Rocco will come good today. let's do a run an ad break, stretch, etc., and then we'll come back and we'll do that. Oh, there we go. We're muted. Good stuff. Um, well spotted, Kit. Yeah. So yeah, we're picking for pace and determination and for creativity and all sorts of stuff, just to try and get a few more goals flowing. Our lovely friend Charlie Ten Names is still trying to get attention in chat, which is just honestly the saddest thing I've ever seen. Um, Not entirely sure why Charlie Ten Names thinks my attention is that important to them, but that's good. Almost like after I've banned 2 of their accounts today, they thought I was playing. But yes, we are not doing that today. We're not playing today, so that's fun. Right, we're underway. I am starting to think I might, because I'm primarily using YouTube as a VOD channel, and because Liam and Simon are very capable of being on Twitch and are willing to watch on Twitch, I think I might put the VODs in 4Kids mode while I'm live, just so I don't have to pay attention to that chat. Just because it's it's just too much hassle to have to deal with this one obsessed friggin' dickhead. To be honest, like just honestly pointless. Right, Cahill goes to Golding. Golding appears to be a youth team player who snuck his way into the first team and just happens to have a few decent attributes, so maybe we can get the best out of him. As Briscoe gets in, I think we're looking a little bit better. I think we're looking a little bit better in this game. I know it's too early to tell, but it just feels a bit like we are playing a bit more like football. Like football is a thing we do. 60+% of possession. And nobody apart from Ronnie Stutter, of course, is having a bad game. But I also feel like maybe that's just because we haven't put enough balls forward. Let's go positive. Cahill's got a corner. Can he create something? Shea Cahill on a redemption arc? Not like that. Let's try again. Another cross, maybe. Rocker's into the box. Rocker's got his own. Enrique Roca, the former Manchester City player, has come from nowhere to get himself on this score sheet. And we are a goal up. Everyone smash them goal emojis or whatever they're called, emotes in chat for Enrique Roca's goal. Because that's what they're there for. Just give them a smash. Let them flash. Enrique Roca puts us ahead against Bedford. And this is probably close enough to be a local derby, to be honest. Probably close enough to count as a local derby. We're a goal up. There we go, Simon. You've got the goal emojis rolling. That's what we need. I need to, at some stage, invest in a stream deck. We'll have a noise for goals or something. That was what I wanted to see, though. I wanted to see us start creating more goals. And if this is the system that does it, there we go. I didn't know if I wanted to keep the high emote. The high was like a default emote, and I didn't know if I wanted to keep it or not. So I can replace it. I can sit and figure out something else to replace that with. That's not drama. But yeah, we can smash the towns. We can smash the spiffos. Goals are flying in everywhere. Well, our goal is flying in. Ronnie Stutter, considering I've given you all that hype, mate. Realistically, you can't afford to not. I mean, I can't afford not to have you performing. Let's try these two as a front two. Burnham on the left is probably our best bet. Just while our strikers are not performing, let's try those two together, because it can't hurt, and see if that creates something for us, as Halliday will pick up those loose balls all day. And hopefully we can start to build for a second goal here. See if Wilkinson and Burnham are a ticket for goals up top, because we're in a kind of everyone's playing for their shirt situation. Over the top for Shia Burnham. He's offside, and Shia Burnham's doing his thing. I've still got subs left. This fella Golding, that I thought might sneak his way into the team, hasn't really impressed, has he? So let's stick Shooter at left back. Cahill's got another free kick. Can we make it 2? Is our second goal incoming? Shia Burnham is in the box waiting. Cahill's got it coming over. Oh, it was just too far. Beckford has an ambitious pop from another ambitious pop from range. Beckford's just decided, sod it, I'll have a pop from where I like, thank you very much. And Hunter goes to Thomas. And Beckford is looking like he might be a player I'm not going to regret bringing into this side. Let's let Watara have a little break for Waldron. And then I think we'll try out Tommy Everett. Why not? Cahill's tiring. I know he's playing well for a change, but let's just stick Tommy Everett in. Just have a look at him, because he's another young player for my youth team. Let's see if he's got goals to offer. Or something to offer. Just a rating to offer would be good. It's ticked away. It's a 1-0. It's not a pretty 1-0, but it's a 1-0 nonetheless. A winner is us, and we are now into the playoffs. We've made it into the playoff places. I think it's safe to say South Shields are running away with this league. But everything up to second is in theory available to us. It's a good dub. It is a good dub for the boys. And maybe this is the start of us building something with this formation, with this team. Well, we've got those more creative players in. If we can get a good creative holding midfielder, I think that'd really be the kind of the kicker for us. That'd be the filler for us. I'm not against Sovna, realistically. My concern is that he's not going to have any pace. But then, do I need pace in a playmaker? There's also Morris here as well, but again, he's not quite there. In fact, let's just have a little look. See, let's make a transfer requirement for a defensive midfielder to play as a deep-lying playmaker. Someone under 21, transfer and loan. Let's just see what we get in. Let's just see what we get in, because we could find a winner. We could find a big club offers us a loaner. Anything is possible. And we've got to play Enfield Town in the FA Trophy in 4 days' time. And is this the beginning of a beautiful run towards something special, or are we about to just have our bubble burst? We'll never know. We will never know. We will know, obviously. We'll find out. It's not like we're going to just bin the save and run away now and never find out. I'm determined to get this team firing. You've all declined to make offers for players, including the guy I offered out for free. Gosport Borough have made an offer for Dowrich. That's nice. Can I get back and maybe accept that? That'd be nice. Good, thank you. I'd have to pay him £220, but to be fair, he's not playing. He's not really going to be a helpful part of what I'm trying to build. He's been with the club for a while. I feel like it's time we move him on. See if that frees up some budget to go elsewhere. Because that'd be nice. Pro League. Such a random thing to have there. Right. I'm not going to change anything about our team because I think that worked. And I think we're just going to see if we can get this team to gel together. Apparently there's pressure building on the Burnham draft. I didn't read that question at all. I should have read that. I've probably promised him a transfer. I've probably promised him a transfer. Which is not really what I wanted to be doing, but I'm not getting any results. So maybe we just slowly start bidding players off over this month. I don't know. What did I say? Asking, he wants to move. He's good players from all of the club. Reach a resolution. Okay, good. I didn't overpromise and underdeliver. I just didn't promise. Right, let's see. Impact sub. He hasn't cried over it, which is good. Robbie Stockdale's unhappy with Preston Knight's lack of first team football. To be fair, I don't think in this brave new era of tactics that you're going to be a guy that does anything for us. So, where's my you should recall him? He's not shown the ability. I can't put the needs of a team. Just recall him. I genuinely don't need him anymore. Oh, that's a big question. In fact, I can answer that question, Liam. Let me. I'll show you my favourite ever Swindon shirt. Let's have a look on the kit archive. Is it there? Is it hiding there? Is it hiding? It is, right. This is a controversial choice. And I appreciate this is a controversial choice. But it's probably my favourite Swindon shirt ever. Okay? And I know this is a controversial choice, and I fully accept my responsibility for this controversial choice. But I think this is my favourite Swindon shirt ever. I think this is my favourite Swindon shirt ever. I was a big fan of this design, which I know is incredibly 90s, but it's such an iconic kit. And actually, I would say if I was going to go for like a second favourite that wasn't a home shirt, it would actually be the away kit we had the season after. I desperately wanted one of these when I was a kid, which is odd because we shouldn't be wearing yellow. But if we're talking about home kit, there can only be one, and it is this one. This absolute icon of a shirt. Just magical. Just a magical historical shirt that, frankly, I would like to see a return of in some way, shape or form. We've got a youth intake preview, and it's going to be a poor one. Yay! I say that, but our staff are recommending players from our youth setup who are not from this. I don't know. I don't understand what this screen means anymore. But we've got a youth intake preview, which is good. At least we know it's working. We're playing Enfield Town now. Let me just do a quick do I need to spam an ad for the non-subscribers? I do, so we'll spam that out. Just to get there, Liam's done a rename a player. I've just spotted about an hour ago. I will make sure that you get a new gen if there is a good one. And Simon has reached a 5-stream streak I've just seen. That's taken ages to catch us up. Congratulations on your 5-stream streak, Simon. I don't know if that's a thing you can. It's not like it's an anniversary or a birthday. Franklin Domin's. You've played in another game today, and Enrique Roca has played in another game. After that performance before, that's disappointing. I guess we see how Charlie Pavey does in this. How unfit are you? You'll be fine. You'll survive, kid. Let's try that. I really need to be able to give Danny Anishko a contract. I really do. Oh, I can. I can give Danny Anishko a contract. But because I'm stingy, I'm going to try and lowball him. Come on. Come on. Fine. Fine. I'm not going to lowball you. You're just going to get what you want. I selected 2 outside the match squad. Is there anyone that's going to really affect us? Probably not. Good. Good. Let's get it on. Let's get Enfield beaten. We'll carry on our run through the FA Trophy. I'm feeling like there could be another result here to go. I don't know which league Enfield are in. I probably should have looked, to be fair. I guess they're either in this one or the one below. But, in fact, I think Enfield are. I think Enfield are in the National League South. I think. Let's do a quick check. Let's do a quick vibe check. I can't do it from here. Annoys me. I can't do it from there too. Every time I try it annoys me. Every time I try and do it, it annoys me. I think Charlie 10 Names has found another account. Just having a little look at the old YouTubings. This is a very big early highlight. Are we going to get an early goal? Are we going to get an early goal against Enfield in the cup? Briscoe's got it. He's turned. He's run. He's got the afterburners on. He's had a shot. It's gone for a corner. Can we score from an corner? No. No, we can't. Right, Enfield, what division are you in? National League South. There we go. There we go. We should be able to get something from this game. I'm feeling it. Andrews is going to take a free kick, and that's gone out for a corner. And we're not going to concede from the corner, so that's gone well. Maybe this Beckford fellow we've plucked from obscurity is going to be the key to us finally getting some results on the board. It feels like he's been a good idea. I don't know why I'm putting, mentally I'm putting all of the credit for this on him, but I feel like we're a better team with him in it. And it could just be misguided, but I feel like we're a better team with him in it. I feel like we look like a better team, although that was close. Domi should have just hoofed that for territory, to be honest. Cahill's on the ball, out for Domi. Let's counter. Let's do it. Let's counter attack. That's what we're going to do. Cahill's gonna set something beautiful up here. Into the box. He's had a pop. He had a pop and forced a save from the keeper. We've got a corner. Pressure was on there. I feel like we do need to be attacking at all times. I think we look good when we're attacking. We'll see. We'll see if we look better while attacking. As Hunter has the ball. Goes to Ouattara. Ouattara's going to come for a ball over the top. Hasn't managed it. McManus has picked it back up. If we can goad him into getting sent off. In fact, that could be a play. Let's let this highlight fizzle out and go back to a neutral screen. There we go. Can I... How am I doing this? Can I get Ouattara, specifically Ouattara, to play for set pieces? I can't. That's a shame. We're just going to go to a play for set pieces in possession. We'll take out shoot from distance again. Up the press. And do I want to try and get more passing going? No, not yet. Not yet. We'll do that. We're going to play for set piece. I'm going to see if I can draw McManus into making another silly foul and getting himself sent off. I know it's dirty. It's really cheap football. But I just want to see if I can goad him into getting himself sent off. Because if I can goad him into getting himself sent off, we can maybe take advantage of the numbers game and get through. Domi's having an actually good game at left back, which is quite shocking. Right, media are giving you credit. Pavey, Stutter, Rowan, boys, get better, get good, because if you get good, we'll get goals. That's what we're saying. If you get good, we'll get goals. Domi's got a throw in. Right, let's build. Let's build from this. Build from the back. Over the top, looking for Briscoe. Briscoe through for Stutter. Stutter over the goalkeeper. Ronnie Stutter has scored twice in one stream after failing the entire last stream to score. If this is the beginning of a Ronnie Stutter 40 goal a season arc, I'll be happy, because Ronnie Stutter is someone I am spending far too much money on for him to not be performing. And we are now leading Enfield in the FA Trophy, and through to the next round would be great. I don't know which round of the FA Trophy we're even at this stage. I could look, but I don't know where we're at. Like, let's try and let's just try and force McManus to make a mistake. Just make one silly error. Because if we can get one silly error out of him, I think we'll be in a great position. As Reynolds gets through our defence, Coker has a pop and it's gone nowhere. Cahill clears it to Briscoe. Just hoof it. Just hoof it for Ronnie. Someone hoof it for Ronnie. He's well up there. There we go. I think he's offside. He is offside. But it was a bold decision. Right. Let's take Pavey off for Wilkinson. Let's replace Rowan with Chucks, just to get some things freshened up, and see if that helps us at all as Cobra gets into the box. Reynolds across goal, and how do you miss that? I'm not ungrateful, but how do you miss that, really? It was an open goal. It was an open goal and he's missed it. And now we've got Cahill and Beckford, who are probably going to need to come out. Beckford can come out for Quinn Shooter, I think, and then we'll tactics them the other way around. Him and a Coley. And just see if that turns into something that creates another goal for us. Just because I want to keep people fresh. Arlo Cobra needs to always be marked tightly, so I'm told. We just go again. We go again is what's happening. And we go again looking for another goal. Cahill has decided to give up on life again. His inconsistency is driving me mad. When he plays well, he's phenomenal. When he plays badly, he's terrible. And I'd settle if he could just drop like a 6.7 every game. Just fully consistent 6.7 every game. I'd be perfectly happy with him. But it's just the fact that he goes between having like a 6.4 and a 7.1, and it's one or the other, and usually more of one. Really bugs me. Because I'm doing my best to play him in a position that suits him. And he's just not creating anything. Like, he should be our best player, by far. But I just don't seem to be able to get him to do anything, and that's been a let off from that opportunity. I don't know. I don't know if I enjoy this. But we've got another 1-0. We're grinding out 1-0s. I'm on about our friend Shay Cahill, who seems to be incapable of just being a consistent, like, solid 6.7, 6.8 performer. He's either 6.4, 6.5, or occasionally decides to show up for a 7.1, and it's usually when he sneaks an assist by accident. What is this? What is happening here? Why is the interface not loading? Have we found another bug? No, we're back. We're fine. That was the third round of the FA Trophy. How many rounds does the FA Trophy have? Like 6? Show me the rounds. How do I find out the rounds? There used to be a really easy way of doing this, and I hate that I can't find it. Right, the FA Trophy. Why? Right, so we've just done the third round, fourth round, fifth round, quarter, semi. Okay, good. Does anyone enter in the 4th round? Does it tell me that? Probably not. We could be on for 5 grand in the bank though, if we can get a win in the next round. If we can start building the form that we're looking for. If is the thing. I don't know. But I guess we've done back-to-back 1-0 wins, so I can't be too upset. Totten are putting it off for Anishko. I bet he goes to Totten. Oh, Dalrich has decided he doesn't want to leave. Good. But I need something to happen. We have got Halifax Town in the next round of the FA Trophy. You've made an offer for Thompson Summers. I don't know who he is, so that's not really going to affect my life. Don't know why I was being told about it. David Davis is going to retire. Can you see who Premier League sides are signed to see if they have improved realism? Yes. Yes, I can. Competitions. So, this last transfer window, let's see what we got. West Ham have... Oh, I don't like this. I don't like how that works. Let's... Transfers, right. Let's have a look at the transfers by fee. So, Fulham have apparently managed to find the money to sign Rodrigo Mora, which is wild because he's a really good player. So, have Fulham had some kind of takeover? Is that what's happened here? Because I can't imagine... They haven't. I can't imagine they've suddenly found a massive stack of cash. So, okay, we've got Rodrigo Mora as a thing that happened to Fulham. We've got Schmidt. Keith Schmidt has gone to Arsenal for 58. Kobel's gone from Dortmund to United. Adam Wharton to Tottenham. I'd say that's reasonably realistic. Adam Wharton to Tottenham. Ethan Ampadu going to RB Leipzig isn't something I would have said was completely out of pocket. I would say that Kevin Kelleher going to Al Hilal probably is a bit far-fetched. Jaden Philogene to Liverpool for 32.5 is the thing I could see happening. Evan Ferguson to Roma I could see happening. Curtis Jones to Manchester City I would say is far-fetched. Mason Mount to Al Ahly I would say is a bit far-fetched. Calafiori to Bayern, maybe. Let's see how last season's worked out, shall we? Let's see what last season brought. I don't think Tyler Adams from Bournemouth to Manchester City happens ever. Certainly not in January. I'd be shocked if that happens. Van Hecker to Al Hilal is unlikely. But then again, Angelino to Chelsea is doable. Is that Kieran Lee? No, I was going to say, I can't imagine he goes back to Manchester United ever. Kangin Lee to Manchester United is a bit more realistic. Harvey Elliott to Villa I could see happening. Dalot to Barca doesn't have a shot in hell of happening. Ramsdale to Newcastle could, I suppose. And Reece Nelson to Brighton could. So make of that what you will, I suppose. Make of that what you will. I could certainly see Ramsdale to Newcastle becoming a thing that happened. Several clubs have made offers for Sonny Parks, but I wasn't one of them, so I don't care. Frankly. Right, can we make it 3-1-0s on the bounce? I know the 1-0s aren't thrilling, but they're points on the board, and if we can use it to keep us in the playoffs, now we're level on games played with pretty much everyone around us, just a consistent grind of 1-0s between now and the end of the season is actually something I would take. Because if we can consistently grind 1-0s for the second half of the season, we'd go up. Possibly as champions. He's not happy as playing. Listen, Shia Burnham, I don't think you've got the ability. Good, you've just backed down. Why did you even come and bother me if you were going to immediately back down? Taylor, you're unhappy with Freddie Finley's. I'll be honest, the trouble with Freddie Finley is that he's a bit shit, to be honest. Fair enough, I'm sure I'll have you singing a different tune by the end of his loan spell. Nice talking to you. I hope to see you again soon. I don't think he will have me singing a different tune. I've just seen your 2 off 100 followers. I'll show you live to my friends. Thank you, Liam. Excellent stuff. Yeah, I am 2 away from 100 followers. I am super close. Although I say I'm super close, it has also taken me technically 5 or 6 years to get to 100 followers. But as I said, I did take a long break from streaming. There was more to my long break from streaming than just me forgetting or not enjoying it, I will say. I had 2 issues before when I was streaming, one of which was I had a chat full of horrendously just transphobic and homophobic comments that really upset me. Like, I really had to steel myself to come back into streaming, and I've been really lucky with you guys here that I've not had any of that shit. So that was one. And also Twitch had a very right-wing arc where they decided they were going to be openly, publicly transphobic, and the person who was behind it got fired because I know of this was about 3 or 4 years ago, and it just so happens that when it still meant something, so not now, I happen to be friendly with a lot of blue ticks on Twitter. And I said, this is what Twitch are doing. Could you maybe tell them to shut the fuck up? And they did, and Twitch got a bit of a backlash off it, and someone lost a job. But they never apologised for doing it. So I sort of didn't want to give Twitch any attention or money for a while, but they've sorted their house out a bit. So I came back, which I know people will think that's petty, but I don't care, to be honest. That fella didn't sign yet, did he? So Frimpong can take up that spot on the bench. We're still not fully cooking. There is a suggestion that Ouattara could go in there, Waldron could go at right back. Maybe that makes us a bit stronger overall, because we know Ouattara can create. Like we know Ouattara can create. I just feel like I need a cam. I really need a Nishko to come in. I really need a cam. If I can get a cam, we might just be firing on all cylinders here. But we're going to keep Domi at left back because I feel like Domi did a really good job last game. I feel like Beckford's doing a really good job. I feel like we're slowly turning things around. I need to have a look actually at a league table, at an XG table, to see properly what we need to address. Is it the goals conceded? Is it the lack of goals scored? Is it chances? what it is. I think we'll have a look after this game just to see if we can really drill down what it is we've been lacking, because that will really dictate what we do transfer business wise. I do think it's just a lack of a creative midfielder that's holding us back. Like, I think a lot of our goals, see, we're on top here of shots on target. I think a lot of our goals are just coming from balls over the top that Briscoe's running onto, which is great, but we're not getting enough balls over the top for Briscoe to run onto. So we need to have a plan. And also the fact that we've had essentially two wingers as passengers all season hasn't been helping, because none of the players we've played out on the wings this season have performed. Yeah, it has been hoofball. It has been and it's not even been deliberate hoofball. Like, I've not been trying to play hoofball. It just happens to be that a lot of our goals have just come because someone's panicked and pinged a ball forward, and Briscoe's got on the end of it. Cahill's got a free kick. Cahill's had a pop. That's come off the post. But yeah, it just feels a lot like our goals have come from just random balls being pinged over the top without any rhyme or reason or decision making behind it, which is why I've gone to a more possession based formation. I've put more creative players on. I've put more technically gifted players on in terms of they can pass. I've just tried to make it a bit something else, a bit more like we're going to be a football team. Like, I'd like us to be a good footballing side, and I think that'll be something I use to kind of inform our transfers going forward, is just have more players that can pass a ball around. Because like, this is really nice. It's really nice to see. It's lovely football. We're slowly working our way up the pitch. We're still trying to shoot from friggin' everywhere, because apparently I keep forgetting to turn shots from distance off and try and win set pieces off. But it's nice football, and we've got possession. It's nice football. Waldron's done a good job to get that back there, and then when we get it back, we're passing it around nicely. We're playing some solid, not spectacular, not high speed, not stupid, just safe football where we pass the ball around and keep the ball until we can open up a gap. It's nice to see. As Cahill goes for a big ping forward, Stutter should have got there because he's got to be quicker than Fairlam. He's got there on the far side, and again we're back to just casually, nicely playing it around, some nice football. Stutter has a shot and it's given offside, but now we'll go attacking again and we'll really see if we can break them down, because I feel like we're in a position now, like, this defence should be solid at this level. We should be able to grind out 1-0. We've got all the momentum, I just saw as well. All the match momentum is on our side. So, really, it is just a case of, like, do we get momentum up here? There we go. Yeah, all the momentum has gone our way in this game. It's just a case of getting someone on the end of a finish. That's it, 11 shots, no goals. And I think it's because a lot of those shots have come from outside the box. Like, I feel like if we can actually properly work into the box like this, Elijah Briscoe will score. And the Briscoe-Stutter partnership is starting to cook. It's starting to cook for us. Just these two are now starting to get that understanding. They're starting to get it together. They're starting to figure out how each other are playing. And with the players behind them who can now defend a bit more solidly, who can create more chances, who can pass the ball around, keep it in midfield. Briscoe is him. That is what's happening. You're right, Kit. If we can keep that movement around in midfield, I think we can really build from this. And it's got to be said, of all the players I've tried in this cam role so far, Pavey has been the most consistent, which is odd because I don't think he's really that guy. But he's coming from the cold. He's been given a chance. Beckford's doing a great job here of tracking. Really good job of tracking. He's made a nuisance of himself there. He's really been a benefit to the side since coming in. And yes, he's not for, oh, we've given it away. We've given it away. Luckily, Halliday will save that all day long, even though it was going wide. But yeah, once we get Beckford fully match fit, I think he's a game changer for us. I think he's already done really well. And we've got to throw in now with Waldron. Let's get a second goal. Let's see this one out. I'll start by thinking about fitness subs if we get this to 2-0, because we've really not got a lot of creativity behind what's on the pitch. And we've got to get back here. Come on, someone back. I mean, Halliday has saved us then. Halliday has saved us. But it's looking okay. We're going to take out Pavey for Wilkinson. We're going to take out Domi for Shooter. I think I want Bateson in for Thomas. Let's put Rowan in for Hunter as well, just to try and see this out as we concede. That's gone well. And we'll take out Ouattara for Frimpong. Just see if some fresh legs on the field can get us back in this game. Oh, they've all teleported. Let's just see. Let's just see if we can get ourselves back in the game. I mean, to be honest, 1-1's not bad considering how badly we were giving stuff up. I say it's not bad. We've had 15 shots on target. They've almost FM'd us. To be honest, they've almost FM'd us. And it's just a bit... We're still lacking something. I don't know what we're lacking. I don't fully understand what we're lacking. We'll have a look at an XG table. See what an XG table will tell us. That black screen after a game always makes me nervous. Always makes me nervous. Hemel Hempstead Town promotion bid, it's going to say takes a hit, isn't it? Yep, it does. Because we have dropped down to 8th again. But we're in the mix. We're in the mix. Where were we predicted to finish? We were predicted to finish 11th at one stage. It says 11th now, but this has been drifting. So at one stage it said 8th, and at one stage it said 15th, and now it's got us back at 11th. It's like the bookies can't figure out where we should be, but we're building a form. What's the XG saying? So this thing on XG, we're actually outperforming our XG somehow. We should be 14th. And it's wild to think we're outperforming XG when we can see quite clearly we're underperforming. Which just makes... It just makes no sense. It just makes no sense at all. Thanks, Simon. Thanks for being here. I will try and stream earlier tomorrow as well. I was intending to stream at about 7:30, and then I got distracted. My ADD brain kicked in. I will try and be up a bit earlier tomorrow so you can catch more of a stream. Because I have been trying to make sure I go to bed earlier too, and it's not really been paying out for me. To be completely honest, it's not really been paying out for me, but that's been the plan. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'll see you soon. Thank you for stopping by. So basically, we've got stats saying we're overperforming, but no evidence to say we're overperforming. I think I'm going to let Brandon Pierrick go, because I think we're going to stick with this diamond for a while. I'm loath to let Otis Honor go, because I know I've not given him a chance. Maybe I'll try and retrain him as a 10. Maybe we'll try and retrain him as a 10. Just to see if he can do anything there. Give him a bit of a chance. I really want O'Sullivan to come good, but I don't think he will. I'd like to send Van Sia home if I can, because I don't think he's going to get in our team. We'll see. We'll see. Anker's 100k away from getting professional status. 907. I'm guessing bank balance, not anything else. I see. I've got it in the background. Yeah. Because I can't really jump back and forth without getting myself distracted. If you want to tell Ank that it will be end of the season. If she gets to a mil, she should go pro. June 21st is usually when it ticks over, would be my guess. It could be as soon as straight after the last game of the season. But yeah, it'd be somewhere between the last game of the season and the tick over date. Okay, yeah, Leo, sorry, there is law. So let me explain the law. So obviously you know the Kyle Lafferty law. Kyle Lafferty's the channel mascot / meme. He is European football's greatest shagger, and really quick explainer. He went to play in Italy, and the chairman of his club in Italy didn't like him because he kept sleeping with all of the local women. Essentially, he became a bit of a playboy. And then there were reports that he had like at least 2 separate families that may or may not know about each other. And so it's become a running joke that wherever he goes, he starts a family. And obviously we took him to Greece with us, so he's probably got a Greek family. So that's his Greek baby mama and his Greek baby in the background. That's the really quick explainer. Brackley have had another consortium takeover. They had one a few years ago. They were bought by the guy that used to run the post office, I believe. Was it the post office? They had a huge money takeover years ago. Brackley. Like a massive money takeover. I don't know if it's on their Wikipedia page. They can't have a separate history. They do have a separate history page. So Brackley have had like 2 takeovers in the last few years. They had one last year. A guy put 1.4 million quid into the club. Like, as in, gave them 1.4 million in spensies. Which was wild. Because I can't imagine a club at this level having 1.4 million in spensies. But there was one before that. Like, this is not their first takeover, as I recall. I assume you guys are still out there able to see it. I'm getting messages saying there's issues connecting to chat, and I don't know what that might be. So do let me know if you're still out there. Yeah, I seem to remember there was a is it a Canadian fella? I'm sure there was another, but yeah, they essentially, either way, Ah, okay, good, good. Yeah, essentially, Brackley, who've just had a takeover in our save, had a year ago a takeover from a guy who just chucked money at the club. Like I said, he put something around 1.4 million quid into the budget. It was wild. Right, we've got Danny and Ishko. This is our missing piece. I'm just saying, Danny and Ishko is our missing piece. 11 for passing, 10 for vision, great natural fitness, pace, stamina. He can't shoot from range. We're not going to use him for that. That's not going to be his role. He's going to be the guy who just links up all of our attacking midfield play, and we turn that into magic. That's the plan. So, thank you very much for your assistance, Pavey. You're going to drop to the bench because you've done well, and I'm not going to completely drop you. But Danny Anishko is going to go into there as the 10. This is the start of something beautiful. Danny Anishko is going to tie together all of our attacking play. Community Shield acquired. One competition I haven't won now other than the Club World Cup. Beautiful. You've almost completed Football Manager. Almost. Almost. So we're just having a quick little check in the Ank chat. Right. Anishko to be unveiled by lamely. What's it mean for the club to have signed Danny Anishko? It's a pretty good day for the club because he's an absolute worldie. He's got a bag of trips to. I say worldie, he's not. But for this level, he may as well be. They'll be happy. It's a coup. Has the quality to succeed. Probably knows one or two players, and I'm glad we've got him. He'll find his place. And good footballers always do be adapting. I didn't even look to see like where Danny Anishko had played before. He's a Latvian, which is quality. Danny Anishko was previously of Nottingham Forest. Wild. Wild. Right. Let's do a holiday to stretchy do. I might even have to grab something to snack upon. We're playing on Boxing Day. I might just find a snack while I'm at it because I'm starting to get the rumbles. Okay, we've found a thing to take care of the rumbles. I was like, what do I have in my house that's reasonably nearby and available? And we've gone with a bar of dark chocolate I was going to use to make cookies. But, you know, either works, doesn't it? So, we shall have some dark chocolate. We shall have ourselves a Boxing Day game. We might actually still have some budget, which does make me think. Oh, no, I see. I love dark chocolate, Kit. I'm a huge fan of dark chocolate, but it's one of those things that I don't know if it's like a sentimental thing or not, because my grandmother, my beloved grandmother, always used to keep a supply of dark chocolate digestives in our house, and she always used to give me dark chocolate digestives, and I bloody love them. So I just sort of associate them with her a little bit, and so I think that's why I love dark chocolate so much. Right, let's go see if this improved team with a niche go. And to be fair, we've got 4 3.5-star players plus in our attacking area of the pitch. Now we should be reigning in goals, so it's probably honestly on me if we don't start smashing people. But Danny Anishko should get goals. He should get goals. Right. Anyone in their team I need to worry about? Not really. Not really. We're good. We're good. Right. We could move into a playoff place with a win here. Go out there and impress me. Danny Anishka is actually almost match fit as well, which is crazy. Crazy levels of fitness. Good. Let's see if Dan dares do Dan dare things. We actually have got a game in hand over the bottom place playoff team too, which is good. So, let's get it underway. Let's get it done. Hemel are going to the playoffs. We're going to be massive. And Danny Anishko is going to score. Right, come on. Let's get this building going. Some kind of tackling would be nice. Some kind of not conceding would be nice. God damn. Alright, we go again. We go again. In fact, now I think about it, first of all, let's go more positive. Second of all, is Butara better off being a defensive midfielder? And then we'll use Anishko as the playmaker. Maybe that's the play. Keep the playmaking in the attacking areas of the pitch. And then we get goals. Right, Thomas. Over the top. Hopefully Anishko will sort this out. That's gone far, far too far away for Domi to deal with, and it's gone into the box. Cleared, good stuff. Oh, a let-off, but a good let-off for us. And Halliday is going to do something. That's what we're going to see. Ouattara to Hunter. Forward to Beckford. Beckford finds Anishko. He finds Waldron. Over the top. Oh, can't find Stutter. I feel like having two playmakers isn't helping us. Let's try sending Cahill wide as well. Both our central mids going out wide. That can't hurt. Domi will make something happen. Over the top. Nope. Oh, Beckford. Beckford is through. Finds Ronnie Stutter. Stutter's on a run. Can he get a goal? No. No, he can't. We are so close to making something happen, but it just feels like something's coming. We just feel like we're on the ascendancy now as Domi goes back to Cahill. Back to Domi. Cahill to Domi again. Cross. Come on. Briscoe. Into Anishko. Danny Anishko scores on his debut. We're back in the game. Back in the game. Christmas has come early and we are back in the game, and Danny Anishko has done his thing. Has done his thing. That's it. Goal celebration flashing all around. There we go. There we go. Domi gonna Domi. He's not going to improve, but everyone else is getting back on the singing from the same hymn sheet, which is nice. That ball's gone far too deep for Briscoe, but I feel like we can start building now. We can start building. We just need to get back and do some defending, make a nuisance of ourselves a little bit, and then maybe we can get a second goal. Maybe. If we can get a second goal, we'll be in the playoffs at the end of this game. We just need it to come. Just need to believe it will come. Can't believe I've been streaming for 2 hours already. That's wild. Wild stuff. Right, over the top, and we'll get it back, and we'll give it away again. Good. That's just how we play. We just play really badly. Let's track back. Come on, let's defend. Defending. It's gone for a corner. It's gone for a corner, but it's half time. We kept it at 1-1. We still look like a football team. Just keep. We've been the better team. Keep doing what. See, this is an FM26 thing. Sorry, apologies for the scrambling, or the whatever we call it. This is an FM26 thing I really don't like. I didn't see anything. I don't have access to anything right now to tell me if they've actually been the better team. I've just got to trust a guy that we've been the better team and go with it. We'll tell Domi he's not been good enough so far, and somehow Elijah gained confidence from me telling off Domi, which is good. It's good. We are going to take Domi off. He decided to get worse, which frankly is almost impossible. We're sticking shooter. We'll stick in shooter for him. And well, there we go. We're fizzling a little bit now. I feel like while this highlight's just going on in the background, I'm going to swap Ouattara back to right back, and then we're going to drop Whichever version of Frimpong or Okoli is better there. Frimpong will do. We'll hold there for a second as we come back to see them making a save. Again, fresh legs. It's just a fresh legs problem. We'll send Okoli in now. Would we have an option for Beckford maybe? Not really. Not really. But Stutter's on the ball. Anishko out wide for Ouattara. Come on, let's make the magic happen. Come on, Ouattara. Into the box, he turns, he gets round there. Beckford's there. Briscoe lays it off for Chucks Okoli. And we've come from behind once again. And that should put us into the playoff spots. That should put us in the playoffs. Lovely Christmas present for the boys. We are absolutely flying, and I think I'm going to give Charlie Pavey a chance in midfield just to see what he can do, and then we'll stick Charlie Rowan on at right back just to stop him moaning about game time for a little while. And we can go from there, because we're looking good right now, and we could even get a third goal from this. Who knows? There's about a minute left on the clock. Can we get a third goal? Okoli goes to Shooter over the top, looking for Briscoe, who can't get there. Chibueze makes a Hollywood save when he didn't really need to, and we go again. We get on the back foot again. Briscoe shoved a man over. It's what we love to see. Okoli through, looking for Anishko. Doesn't find him. Okoli finds Stutter. Stutter out wide for Shooter. Shooter through ball for Briscoe. Elijah Briscoe makes it 3-1. And that is the game. 20 seconds left on the clock. And we have secured what should be a place in the playoff places. And this team may just have finally come together exactly as I envisioned it, and we are absolutely cooking now. It feels like we're one or two more good players away from just dominating the second half of this season. I feel like if I can get one like 3.5, 4-star centre half, I think we'll walk it for the rest of the season. That was not a bad Boxing Day. We'll see our table in a second. There we go. We're up into 6th. We're up into 6th. We are a point behind 4th. We are 4 points behind 3rd. We are 7 points behind 2nd. And we are 11 points behind top. That's not going to happen. But admittedly, we are also only within a couple of points of 12th. So it could go either way. Let's not get too excited. But I feel good. Anishko scores on his debut. Classy Briscoe on form for Hemel Hempstead Town. I'm pleased with how you played. Well done, kid. We're looking good. We're looking good. Right, what's our next game? Merthyr Town. Merthyr Town. That's in what, 2 days? 2 days. Right. Let's make sure we've rested. Why have they got a calendar thing saying St Albans are going to make an offer? Why not just make the offer? Why is that on the calendar that they're planning on making an offer? Things we'll never get answers to. Right. You boys, you can have 2 days off. Just to relax, just to rest up a little bit, because I think we're going with the same team next time. I am really starting to like Harry Thomas. I'm going to see if I can get him on a real contract. And even Franklin Domi is in danger of winning a new contract. Super Cup secured 2. Your new left wing has a goal and 2 assists in 2 games. That's pretty special. That's pretty special. Harry Thomas. A 2-year deal for Harry Thomas will do me nicely. That will do me nicely. And in fact, we're going to tie down Watara. Hopefully on a little bit less money than that. Come on, take 12. Beautiful. And Lewis Beckford is wanted by Billericay Town. And I'm going to say, keep your dirty paws off of him. Lewis Beckford, he only wants breakthrough prospect. This lad only wants breakthrough prospect. What a hero. 725 there. So let's give him... Let's give him 2,100. Oh, what a deal. What a deal for Lewis Beckford. I think we'll probably give Chuck Licoli another contract too. $14? Come on, 14. 14 is a very good offer for this level. You know you want to take it. Why there we go. I knew you'd get there. I knew you'd get to 14 if I just said 14 enough. I knew you'd get there. You'd meet me there. Anyone else needs that? Should I tie down Halliday? I probably should. He's 21. He's our first choice keeper, and he still wants breakthrough prospect. What a lad. Um, 13. Let's give him 3. He's taken it. The boy's taken it. The boy has taken the big deal offer. Good. It's coming together. The team is starting to come together. I don't know if I want to renew Braverman. I probably want to renew Oso. Oh, actually, do I care that much? Do I care about him that much? Probably not. I feel like I should start using Roca more. He's not wanted by anyone yet, but I feel like I should use him more. Let's see if he'll take a breakthrough contract. He will. Uh, 7.5. How about we give you 2,100 a year? Happy. Happy. Good. That is a good player tied down. That was what I needed. Good. Good, right. We have Merthyr Town next, followed by Billericay Town. It's entirely possible we could start the new year safely into the playoffs. It's not out of the realms of possibility we could start the new year safely in the playoffs. I say safely like, you know, we're with a buffer to the playoffs or to outside the playoffs. You keep saying Taylor's unhappy with Finley's loan agreement. I've said, like, he's not good enough. He hasn't shown the ability levels. He's not going to prove me wrong because he's not good enough, Matt. He's not good enough. I'm sorry. Welling United have made an approach to sign Harvey White. Harvey White is in play. Are you serious? Oh, he's not in play for us. We can't afford him. Because if Harvey White had been in play, that would have been our midfield sorted. I'd have been very happy with that as midfield. As things stand, I do just feel like we need that one or two defenders. Let's see what that brings him. because you never know. Why have all my transfers in one setup gone? I don't know. I don't understand. Another bug. Another bug. Let's continue unbugged and let's get ourselves past Merthyr, who sit 18th in the table. Merthyr 18th in the table. We are 6th right now. Adingra, sell me. Also Adingra, I'm upset you asked me to find a new club. I have no intention of leaving. Just FM. Doing FM things. That's what we'll put all that down to. Right, send an assistant to do that. Press conference. And I'll be honest, I don't think I want to make too many changes for this game. I don't think I need to make too many changes for this game. Obviously, if someone gets hurt or looks tired, we might think about it. But we've been on a really good run of form. We've just done a 3-1. I feel like we can do another 3-1 against Merthyr. We are at home as well, which is nice. Winton fears another Merthyr defeat. You should fear that, son. You should fear another defeat. Because I am willing to inflict one upon you. Mason Hunter, unhappy promise not kept. I didn't even know I made you a promise, bud, I'll be honest. I haven't had to find any suitable coaches. Okay, I'll have a look. Accept my apology. Nothing's getting resolved now. Thanks, Mason. You absolute bell sniffer. Let's go do a tactics and let's just turn off the things I turn off now. So first of all, we're going to put that up to positive. We're just going to attack them from minute 1. We're going to keep going for playing for set pieces. And we are going to say absolutely no shots from distance. Because we're a much better footballing side than anyone we're going to play at this level. And we're going to run it from there. We're a much better footballing side than anyone else will play at this level at this stage. We just have to believe. We just have to believe and then we can achieve. Zeno Ibsen Rossi has come in as a recommendation. What a throwback name. Zeno Ibsen Rossi, formerly of Bournemouth, of Dundee, of Cambridge. He is quite a good player in real life, but he has absolutely no pace. Like, we'll offer him a trial, but he's got absolutely no pace to offer. Like, let's not pretend he does. Massimo Luongo is somehow on my shortlist. I mean, he's not going to want to join us because he's on £188,000 a year playing for Larissa, who are in Greece. I'd have loved to have brought in Massimo Luongo. He would have been just the ticket for us. But alas, that's not going to happen. We should probably still have a look at Sam Hoskins though. Just because he can play everywhere. Like, he's a good sub to have on our bench. Is he interested? No, of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Right. I think we're good with that lineup. Anyone glaring on the bench I should be putting in there. I don't think I want to get Rocker back on the bench. Let's give Rocker a place in place of Pavey. But then from there, I think Mullins should be in there somewhere. Mullins for Rowan doesn't make a lot of sense because I'd have to rearrange the team a lot. For now, we'll stick with what we've got. Danny Anishko is still lacking match fitness, but Danny Anishko also scored and practically ran that last game. I've just realised, actually, tactics speaking, there was one change I made last game that I think changed everything for us, and I'm going to get that done nice and early here. It's a match we should be winning. Make sure we do. Everyone, go and be your best. Thank you. We can have a little look at the league table just to work out where we stand here. They're playing with a 7-2 or 6-2-2 against us, and yeah, they are down here in 18th. We are in the playoffs. Let's get it underway. Let me just do a quick tactical change though, because last time I switched to having Ouattara as a defensive midfielder and using Anishko as a playmaker. It just felt like it turned our entire game around. So if we start that way now, and in fact I had Cahill going out wide as well, didn't I? Let's do that. Let's get that underway. Let's see if we can do the same thing. Anishko heads it to Stutter. Are we underway already? Waldron, ball over the top, finds Stutter. Stutter turns, flicks it back to Domi. Beautiful switch. Domi off the crossbar, and it goes over. But we're again dominating possession in this one. It's just about getting our finishing right. If we can get our finishing right, we're all over this league. We're all over this league very comfortably. As Halliday does Halliday things, because he's got that motel, hotel, Halliday Inn goal. Over the top, good. Headed away, Anishko can't quite get there, but we feel like we're learning. We feel like we're learning, and we feel like we're going to get ourselves into this game. I feel like a win could be about to happen. Starting with this throw in from Waldron. Beckford, back to Waldron, back to Beckford. Low cross, Briscoe. Oh, absolute savagery. And Elijah Briscoe has scored again. Beckford gets an assist. I can't believe I got him to take a breakthrough prospect contract on a couple of grand a year, because that's going to look like absolute theft if he keeps this up. It's going to look like I've robbed him, because he should be doing, or should be earning more than that, to be fair. But if he won't ask for it, I won't offer it, as Briscoe tries to chip the keeper from the byline. Probably wasn't his wisest move with two guys in the box with him, but we'll see what happens as Beckford out for Cahill. Cahill finds Anishko to Briscoe. Another pop from range. You've been told, Elijah, you've been told, please stop doing that. If you could please stop doing that. Like, I know you scored, I know you're excited, but if we could just stick to the plan, work it into the box, take advantage of the fact that we've got 3 players in and around the box, I think we'll all be a lot happier. Mostly me, and that's what I care about. But we are still dominating this game, which is nice to see. Second goal, I'd feel better, as Hunter switches to Thomas. Thomas going forward over the top, doesn't really find a friend, and now we're on the back foot, but Domi gets there with a header. Cahill can't quite get it. I was just thinking, one of the little things I wish I could do on FM, as Briscoe gets in there. Briscoe makes it 2. Off a pass from Yeremy Ouattara. That's a 2-goal lead before half time. I do wish I had the ability to coach heading the ball out of players. Like, Domi can't do it, and in real life I'd have sat him down and said, look, bud, heading's not your strong suit. Take a couple of steps back and bring it down on your chest. We are too good, Liam. We are actually at that stage now where we are too good. We are on fire. We are absolutely... Okay, I understand Merthyr are 18th, but we're on fire right now. Our live table has us up in 4th and 4 points behind the top 2. Oh, sorry, behind 2nd and 3rd. On fire. Absolutely on fire. If they drop any points today, we'll be on them. And Stutter's been good today. Briscoe's been good. Beckford and Ouattara are having a great game. Our centre halves are performing. Just everything is coming up. Millhouse, and Stutter's in now. And how has he managed to kick that straight at the goalkeeper? absolutely be kicking himself for that. Domi is going to take a throw in to Cahill, back to Domi. Even Cahill's looking respectable. Domi over the top, looking back post, headed away. Waldron gets there, heads it back to Ouattara. Beckford for Domi. Domi back for Cahill and back for Domi again. And we're just casually playing around. Good stuff. Domi is there, into the box, looking for a cross, over the top. Stutter is there. And we are putting on the pressure. Putting on the pressure. And looking very strong, to be honest, so far. Can we get goal number 3? A Briscoe hat-trick would be the one. A Briscoe hat-trick would seal it. I thought Stutter was going to go in there and break that down. Probably could have done, to be fair, but, you know, too late now as Bayliss gives it away to Briscoe. Elijah Briscoe can't quite put it away for his hat-trick when he should have done. Should have done. I don't know how he's missed that. And Nishko is not even playing well, and we're somehow still doing this. Make it make sense. Make it make... Look at the scoreboard. Make it the match stats, sorry. Make it all make sense. Let's make some changes just to freshen things up. Roca is going to go in for a Nishko. Cahill's going to get replaced by a Coley. I actually have wide covering midfielders on both sides. That's wild. Let's take Waldron off for Rowan. Just because he's tiring. I think Domi off for Shooter. And I think we'll take Hunter off for Bateson. I just want to freshen up our back four as much as I can. I think that's going to be the key here. Just to see it out. Just to have as many fresh legs at the back as we can. I am aware that I probably should be swapping Ouattara and Rowan over, but let's do that anyway. And just see this one out with some nice new fresh defenders on. If we can get Elijah Briscoe his hat-trick, we'll do it. If we can't, it's on him, because frankly he should have scored the opportunity for the third. And it looks like we're going to be defending against a throw-in. If we can hit them on the break here, is it forced to James Oleinka? Newton into the box. It's close. It's close, but we've survived. And let's get them... Let's get one more. Just one more. Let's... Very attacking it. We've got 3 minutes. Just try and get a ball in front of Elijah Briscoe for his third. That would be great. We don't need it. It's 2-0. We have seen this one out. And that is... What, 3 wins on the bounce? It's certainly a few games unbeaten. It might be 5 unbeaten. We'll have a look. But that might be 5 unbeaten. Ibsen Ross is going to come in on trial. Doesn't say there. Confirmed transfer. Get Ibsen Rossi in on trial. Briscoe on form. You are superb, son. Keep doing that. Post-match press conference can be that. Let's have a look. I think it's been 5 games since we last lost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games unbeaten. After a shaky start with Hereford to this stream and a loss to Telford, I thought we'd be in for it. But realistically, we've only actually lost once since the end of October, and it's just about to tick into January. I mean, that's promotion form. That's genuine promotion form. Which is special. Special. We could be among the best teams in this league now. Zeno Ibsen Rossi is a 3.5-star centre-half. He doesn't have any pace whatsoever, which is a concern. Because I think this league probably has a lot of players who can get in behind the defence reasonably quickly. I don't know what's going on with Twitch tonight, but it seems to just be like losing the chat at random, and it's not helping me a lot. It's not helping me a lot at all. It might be a glitch in Twitch, to be honest. It might be a glitch in Twitch. Just having a quick look to see if Ank finally got some professionalism. I can't tell. Can't tell from chat. Doesn't look like we should be dropping any frames. We should be okay. Don't fully understand what's happening there. I'm sure it's something useful. Right, let's play Billericay, and then go to a raid. I am sort of feeling hungry / zomboid. I don't know which I'm feeling most overwhelmingly. Briscoe's got a goal bonus. Watara's committed to a contract. Halliday has committed to a contract. Halliday has committed to a contract, and he's got a £35,000 value. Dion Conroy, we've looked at him a few times, but with this new ethos on creating from the back, he could be really good for us. Let's have a look at Dion Conroy. Let's bring him on trial, and then hopefully I'll find a way to get him to sign, because he could be really good in this system for us. With 325 over the wage budget, I think if I could get Rowan to go, I might be able to make that change. Let's get Dorich out the door as well. Look, you need to find a new club, mate, because I don't want you. I like it here. I don't want to leave. I can't afford your salary. Okay, then I'll be honest. I don't want you, so get out of the club. That's how that's going to shake out. We're also going to see if we can get a bid for Finn Wilkinson, because actually he is good backup. Where's Stan gone? There, Stan. Buddy, Stan, buddy, Stan. If you could find another club. I understand that you like it, but let's be honest. You're not very good. Okay, if you want to stay and fight for a career that's never going to be yours, no, I'm not going to bow to Connor and give him more playing time, because Connor has been rubbish. And in fact, thank you for the reminder. Let's ask someone to sort that out. Good. Go. Get out of here. Scram. Just stop asking questions. You've asked a lot of questions today. Stop asking questions, el journalistic. Right. What is Enrique Roca's value at now? 28k. Good. Good. The former Manchester City boy could be coming good for us. I don't see anywhere I need to fix him, to be honest. I think he just needs to play. Dion Conroy coming in on trial. Good lads. Lucy Lawless, get out of my club. Get out of my boza. Will you take a contract now? You will take a contract now. I've cheesed it. Good, right. So Dion, how do we feel about 16? 16. Go on, you can do 16. I believe in you. You can sign for 60. There you go. Dion Conroy. Dion Conroy is going to come in, Give us that defender at the back we need that can play the ball around. The ex-Chelsea, ex-Swindon boy. He's going to give us what we need. Billericay are bottom of the table as well, so we give them a good smashing. I think this is the signing. This is the signing that pushes us over the top. That's my gut feeling. This is the signing that pushes us over the top. The latest is that if he wants to leave, he can go. And I won't tolerate players on my authority. And I'm lucky to have some good players. So just shut off my PC to Lucy Lawless, get out of my club. And I think that's beautiful. Well, Kit, we try. We try. Lucy Lawless has been a whiny little bitch for quite some time. He was whining because he wasn't playing before, but he wasn't playing well, which is why I dropped him. And now he's moaning because I'm not playing him at all, but I'm also playing a system that doesn't include any wingers because all of our wingers were so bad that I decided to play without any wingers. I decided to go to a diamond because I cannot... Oh, David Haythornthwaite's going to leave ASC filed. Thank fuck for that. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Hope he falls in the ocean and never gets found on the way out. Some will say that's a strong reaction. Those people have never met the man. Right, let's... I mean, you know what? I don't want to pay, but I don't want to keep him. So that's good dealings. Beckford commits. Oh, Lewis Beckford commits. He's got good value in him as well. He's only going to get better. He's only going to get better. Okoli's committed. We're looking good. We're looking good. Yeah, we are. We're looking so much better without wingers. We are actually looking like we could be a viable football team. In fact, I'm just going to make all the changes I know I meant to make before. There. And I had Cahill and Beckford the wrong way round. Let's swap them around, because that gets even better out of Cahill. Wide covering there as well. That's the kiddie. That's the kiddie. We've essentially got two central midfielders switching out wide. Anishka will help us tie the attack together. Ronnie Stutter has finally started scoring. Briscoe's had 16 goals this season. And I defy anyone to explain to me how he's got 16 goals this season, because it feels like we've not been able to score all year. We're sitting 5th in the table, 4 points behind 3rd, and a whopping 7 points above where our XG table says we should be, because we've scored 6 more goals than we were expected to and scored 8 more points than we were expected to. And yet, conversely, somehow conceded exactly the same number of goals as we were expected to. So, our strikers are overperforming. And if we can keep them overperforming, we can go up. My big concern is that if we do go up, I've just signed a lot of players to 2-year contracts. And a lot of them won't be good enough to play at the next level up. And I might not get a fee for them because I've just signed them to new contracts. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We're on our way. I haven't checked the finances recently, but I've not really been paying attention to the finances for a while. It's been a bit higgledy-piggledy the last couple of streams. We've been not paying attention to the finances. So, read into that what you will. But we get a Ricky. We get another result. Wiedenbrück in offer for Steinfeld. Steinfeld was with us in Germany, wasn't he? Sorry, in Greece. Was he any good, was the question. Was Steinfeld any good? Is he someone I want? I guess is the question I'm asking. Is he someone I want? Did he do anything for us at all? Did we actually... We had him, didn't we? No. Is he an option for us? I will look at him. If I could get him on trial, I can get him to sign. I don't know why I want him to sign. He scored 135 goals in 261 games. So realistically, he averages about a goal every other game, which is not too shabby. Reynolds demands first team football in revealing interview. Well, go get it at whichever clubs have made offers for you, because I'm not going to give it to you. You're a winger and I'm not going to use any. So that's how we play. Offers for Sago Jr. Charles Sago Jr. Derby County's Ferdinand wins Young Player at month. Good. Good. But Steinfeld is actually agreeing to come in on trial, which is wild, because he's had offers, right? I was just wanted by Hutven. Alright, we'll have a look. We'll have a look at Steinfeld. If he's got, like, rotational striker energy, I think I can work with that. Because that would help us out. Let's have a look. Lucas Steinfeld, 3 stars. The determination will be there. The pace will just about be there. He's going to be a poacher, but I think, based on how little I can see there, would I surplus to require... I know you want a non-playing role, but that's not really going to happen. I'm not really looking for a non-player. 30 grand? What about if I offer you player coach? Alright. I don't have £56,000 to throw at you, but I'm sorry. You should have thought that through before you hopped on the plane. Realistically, you should have thought that through before you hopped on to plane. Onto plane. Right. Time to play Ricky on what would be my father's birthday. That would be fun. Right. Ricky, you need to just collapse for us. That'd help. Really let us establish ourselves in the playoffs. That'd be good. But we've got to get there. Come on. Get there, please. Please get there. Please. Dion Conroy is in the bag. Celtic have made an offer for Seb Ferdinand. I can't make an offer for Seb Ferdinand, but I can accept that I have got Dion Conroy coming into the club, and Dion Conroy might find himself being given a captain's armband. It's not impossible Dion Conroy might find himself being handed a captain's armband. Let's have a look at, where do I find captains now? Excellent, there is still a thing for it. Captains, right. Yes, Zach. I'm planning on removing you as captain because I think we have better options in the dressing room now. That's gone well. That's worked brilliantly. Well done. Thanks for that. Change captain to Dion Conroy. Yes, please. And do I feel like Shay Cahill is worthy of captaincy? It might make him play better. It might make him play better. I'm removing you as vice captain because you're our 5th choice goalkeeper, and I just kind of put you there for shits and gigs. We're gonna make Shay Cahill our vice captain. He was a great centre back for Swindon. I bloody love Dion Conroy. I do wish he'd never left. And I think with Dion Conroy in this side, we're probably a force to be reckoned with. Let's put Dion. Let's put Dion straight in the starting lineup. I don't see why we wouldn't. Put him in there for Mason Hunter. Oh, look at 4 stars. 4 stars for Dion Conroy. We're already cooking. We're already cooking. Let's stick Pavey back on the bench. That's strong. I don't hate it. I do not hate it. I'm not hating any of that. Right. Let's go get this done. Let's see if new captain Dion Conroy can spur us on to victory. Swindon Town legend Dion Conroy is going to spur us on to victory. That's the plan. He's got no pace. No pace whatsoever. His entire job in this system is to pick up the ball from the goalkeeper, find a midfielder, just keep shuffling it forward, and then get back, win it in the air, repeat the cycle. That's all I ask him to do, and he's more than capable of doing it. We're on a good run. Let's keep it going. Let's tell everyone to make us proud. Dion Conroy seems motivated, which usually means he's getting booked within 10 minutes. That's fine. That's fine. This is how we kick off our second half of the season. It annoys me that Dion Conroy isn't leading the team out. Doesn't make any sense. Why isn't he leading the team out? It doesn't matter. Let's get it underway. Ronnie Stutter picks up the ball inside 4 seconds. I thought he was going to go for it then. He's cut it back for no good reason. I'd have cut that inside and taken it on my left, to be honest. But, you know, apparently he had different ideas. We're chasing, we're fighting. Look at this. We're chasing down the ball. We're playing with confidence like a football team that wants to football. Dommy's over the top. He's found Briscoe. Briscoe's in the box. He's had a pop. Mansell makes a save, but we are playing like we're a football team now. We're just looking good. I mean, this is where Dion will be a problem, is that if you get a quick striker up against him, he's up the creek without a paddle. But as long as we can withstand that a little bit, I think he offers us more going forward than he does against a counter-attack. But the leadership will help too, as Mansell goes deep and, we'll pick that up, sweep it up. Thomas and Conroy will play it back and forth. Halliday to Thomas. Thomas will go across to Waldron. And Waldron has the option of Conroy behind him and should have taken it, to be honest, as Dion Conroy is going to get caught out. Cahill across the back, and Van der Poye has scored. And I don't know who was to blame for that, to be honest. I genuinely have no idea who was to blame for that. Like, Cahill probably could have got there sooner. Could argue that 1 or 2 of these defenders here should have come back, but they didn't. But it'll be what it'll be, as Mansell is going to take this here free kick. We're going to win it in the air, because that's what we do. There we go. Ronnie Stutter's going to completely fail to chase the ball down, and then we're going to sit back and regroup and carry on what we do. as that goes over the top. And Van der Pie is through again, and somehow we've conceded twice. How has this system come apart? The only thing I've changed has been Dion Conroy. And I don't want to blame him. But who was picking up Davis there? Because Thomas has come across for some reason to pick up the left-sided striker. It's a fight back. It's a fight back on. Ouattara to Thomas. Thomas to Domi. Domi over the top for Briscoe. Elijah Briscoe. Create something. You've done enough creating this year. Domi back through to Briscoe. Back to Domi. Get in the box, Elijah. Get in the box. Cross goes over. Anish goes there. He turns. Is he having a look for a shot? No, he's having a look for Domi. And Franklin Domi puts it away. We can pick the ball back up and go and chase equaliser. Hopefully this is us getting ourselves in the game. Getting our head into the game. Getting our eye in. Realising that we should not have been 2 goals down at home to the bottom team in the league. And we have to buck our ideas up and act like a football team. So hopefully that's what's inspired this. Hopefully. Let's get this back. Let's take our time. You could have put that in your hands, Halliday. I'm not going to lie. You could have stopped playing entirely there. Thomas to Conroy. Finds Waldron. Waldron down the line for Cahill, who finds Stutter. Stutter gives the ball away immediately, then gets it back. Ronnie Stutter through on goal, and he's put it straight at the goalkeeper. It's not a Ronnie Stutter day today, is it? It's not a Ronnie Stutter day. Waldron back on the ball. It's him and Cahill today. Briscoe's hurt. Looks like it could be a cut leg. If it's a cut leg, he'll get over it, won't he? Realistically. It's a little cut on his leg, he'll get over it. I can't be taking off Elijah Briscoe for a cut leg. Luckily, it doesn't look like something he's going to miss a lot of game time for, because he is our only consistent goal scorer at the moment. And without him, we'd be absolutely fucked, to be honest. As Stutter's in. Oh, disallowed. He can only have been an inch offside. He can't have been that far offside. It annoys me we don't get to see replays of offsides anymore. Beckford has picked up the ball. Goes, finds Ouattara. Thomas. Out wide for Waldron. Good stuff. Ouattara through for Cahill. Just take your time. There we go. Stutter, one touch turns into the box. Ronnie Stutter across goal. Danny Anishko is there. The comeback is on. We're back on terms. Danny Anishko doing Danny Anishko things, tying it all together, and we can finally start to say we are not going to thoroughly embarrass ourselves today. And hopefully a third goal will come. We'll keep up our winning streak. Take it through to the end of the season. Waldron's slowly recovering his average rating. Slowly. Conroy with a win in the air there. Anishko to Beckford. Beckford to Briscoe. Out wide for Domi. Domi taking his time. Needs to get down the line. Briscoe gets there. Briscoe into the box. Lay it off for Anishko. Lay it off. He's got it alone. He should have laid it off for Anishko. Had a way better angle on goal for him. And now it's with Alfie Mansell in goal for Billericay, who goes deep. We'll win that again in the air, and we'll just recycle it back to the front. And half-time is coming. We'll have a little chat with our players who aren't performing, because frankly, if they'd shown up, we'd be fine. I've just seen Shauna Dark was playing up front for Billericay. He was with me at Wealdstone, and he was absolutely weaponised. And I am just thinking, if I could find the money to get Shauna Darkwa in here, as Briscoe gets through, goes out for a corner, I'd have a backup for Briscoe. They're exactly the same type of player. Dark was a little bit taller, a little bit more stout, but they provide pretty much the same thing to the team, maybe even a little bit of a target man option. Happy with the number of shots on target. Keep it up. You 3 and also you 4. You've not been good enough. Get it together. Lewis Beckford has lost focus. Everyone needs to step up and show why we're expected to win today. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Thank you for the follow. Big man on campus. Welcome. Welcome to the Madhouse. We are... oh, thank you for the raid even. I saw the raid. Thank you very much. How was your stream? Yeah, we're doing well, but we're doing well. We are... we've just had a 5-game unbeaten streak after taking forever to get this system working properly. This would be game number 6. And we've just come from 2-0 down. We've just come from 2-0 down to get to 3-2 up. We have completely reshuffled this tactic in this stream. We were playing with wingers. We decided wingers weren't working. We have had a bit of good fortune with some pickups as well, in that we found 3 very good players, one of which was hiding in our youth team, and it looks a bit like we've got the foundations for maybe a promotion push here as Briscoe, Adomi and Beckford are combining again, and Nishko's on the ball. Let's get into the box. Cut it back. Don't... Of course he didn't cut it back. So, yeah, for those who've just joined on the raid, we'll explain a bit of a state of play once we're out of this highlight. So, bit of a state of play is we are on the 2nd of January of our 2nd season. Our league table looks like this. We're currently sitting in 6th, which is fine because we've been hovering mid-table for a while. So we're slowly building back up. And in this stream alone, we've picked up this guy, Danny Anishko, who is a Nottingham Forest youngster in real life. He's come down to be our playmaker and genuinely looks really good. He's been playing really well in the National League North. We also discovered this fella, Lewis Beckford, was just hiding in our youth team, so we've given him a call up because I hadn't spotted him before. And he has been on fire since he's come up. And then we've just signed Swindon Town legend Dion Conroy to be our new captain. So we're looking pretty good. You're just doing off-season prep for Serie A for Palermo. We love a trip to Sicily with Palermo. Love a bit of a Mafia country trip. Great kits too, Palermo. Fantastic kittage. As let's get a 4th goal. Let's get a 4th goal and really just kind of show Billericay who are the bosses here. A Dark was through. Great save. I was just saying, I think when you came in, or just before you came in, that I've managed Sean Adarkwa at Wealdstone on FM24, and he's an absolute beast. And I might look to add him to our attacking ranks because we've only really got 3 strikers in the squad because we were only playing with 1 to start the season. And Adarkwa would add some real strength up top. He'd be a really good hold-up guy that we can play off. And we're going to need one now because Elijah Briscoe has gone from having a slight boo-boo that I thought he could play for to now being dead. Cahill is going to come out for a Coley as well. Probably send Frimpong in for Beckford because it was about the time I was going to make subs anyway. We'll drop Watara down to right back. We'll stick Shooter in there. And hold off on our last sub. Because that's just wise, quite frankly. It's just wise. Anishko out wide for Domi. Domi looking for a ball back to Anishko. He's giving it away to Van der Paye, who frankly has been pretty good for them. Stutter through for Burnham. It's time for Shia LaBurnham to do his thing. Come on, Shia LaBurnham. He's laid it off for Ronnie Stutter, and Ronnie Stutter, who has struggled to score since we signed him, has scored 3 or 4 goals in the last month. And may, if that's a long-term injury to Elijah Briscoe, who is our top scorer by a mile, may have to step up and lead the line for as long as he's out. So I'm quite happy to see him doing and scoring, quite frankly, because we need that. We need the goal scorers. And I am sort of in my head aware that I've got a sub left to use. I think we'll take Thomas off for Hunter. Just tidy up the defence a little bit. Try and keep ourselves on top. And hopefully that's all she wrote. I will take this win quite happily. Especially if it keeps us in the playoffs, keeps us looking good, keeps us strong. Which it should do because we're back up in fourth. Fylde and Macclesfield are catchable. South Shields are probably away and clear. To be honest, they're probably away and clear. As Anishko gets the ball, gives it to Domi. Domi takes his sweet time, back to Shooter, to Akoli. Akoli finds Stutter, to Ouattara. Ouattara has become known for scoring wonder goals. He's on a run again. I thought he was going to do it, going to show off for everyone who's just joined. Good winning comeback, indeed. It's a good winning comeback. I thought our buddy Yassine Ouattara was gonna show off then and score another one of his worldies where he plays like prime Maradona from right back for some reason. But alas, he didn't. But we got 4-2 as a win, and yeah, for those of you who have just come in and joined, we were actually going to have a bit of a raid session because I have to eat some food. I think that's probably a good place to leave it because we've just gone 6 games unbeaten. Start the new year. We've got an FA Trophy game coming up next, I believe. Let's just check. Oh, we've got Fylde up next, who are directly above us, followed by Halifax in the FA Trophy. Next stream, I think, will be a pretty special time, to be honest. Elijah Briscoe is out for 3 weeks with a cut leg. How are you not able to play with a little cut on your leg? You're supposed to be a professional footballer. Domi is on form, which I think is the first time that sentence has ever been said. But, yeah, I think what we'll do, we'll say goodbye to YouTube. Thank you for coming, YouTube. We'll see you very soon. We'll let you guys go. And then those of us who are on Twitch will go and find a raid. I say we'll go and find a raid. There is no prize for guessing where we are going to be heading. No prize at all for guessing where we're going to be heading.